everyone? John here with Motivation Theory, running with my week 50 ultramarathon training update for the year of 2021. We're getting down to it. We're almost done. We're almost done with 2021. It is absolutely insane. I'm kind of coming to the finish line of year 2 of my ultramarathon comeback, and I feel great about that. I mean, I don't know how many of you out there have gotten back into shape or gotten into shape for the first time to kind of reflect on all of the work that has gone into getting you where you are. And, it's really good to kind of reflect back on that stuff and kind of take stock and reward yourself and be proud of all the work that it takes to get back, because it's not easy. It really is not easy. And I've had all of you along for this ride for the last 2 years of coming back. I started YouTube back in 2015, started running ultramarathons in 2014, and it's just been kind of a crazy mess of a time over those years of adding to my family and just being busy, and my concentrations and my attentions went other places, and to kind of pinpoint exactly what I want and achieve that in this realm and running and ultra running is absolutely phenomenal to me. I feel fantastic about it, but I wanted to kind of give you my totals so far for week 50 and kind of what's going on with me. So the first big announcement that I have for you all is something I'm extremely proud of. Over the last several weeks, I've been working on my running coaching certification, which is the UESCA coaching certification. More specifically for ultra running, they have a lot of ones for triathlons and things like that, swimming, running, and ultra running. But it's United Endurance Sports Coaching Academy. And I went through that course. Great course. It's done by a group of people, science-based type training, and really informative. Definitely helped fill in some gaps for me when it comes to my knowledge that I've built over the last 10 plus years of running. I've also read Training Essentials, the first edition, but I also picked up Jason Koop, who's kind of the spearhead of this information. Great ultra runner in his own right and coach, a longtime coach. And I just picked up this book. He just released Training Essentials for Ultra Runners, Ultra Running, second edition. So I'm reading that, and the course is really based around a lot of those scientific findings when it comes to ultra running. So that's what I've been doing over the last several weeks, studying a lot. Part of my goal for 2022, which I mentioned to you all before, is kind of running faster. Kind of what I've done in ultra running is kind of pick a plan that I found online, modify it, and kind of roll with that. And over time, I've just gotten to the point where I know the volume that I need to do to finish races. And I've always been happy with that. I've always said, I'd rather finish, 100 races than win one and never run again. While I still believe that I do enjoy running lots of races, I'd like to start enjoying running them a little bit faster. Now, I'm not out there trying to, podium and things like that, but I'd definitely like to improve my time, spend less time out there, like something like the JFK 50, where I've always kind of finished around 11 hours, 10:50 to 11:20 something. I'd like to move that down into like 10 hours, sub 10 hours, just for many reasons. I think I can do that being a little bit more efficient with my form, getting in better shape. Improving my fitness overall. I run a lot of long, slow, low heart rate type miles, and it works fine. And I'm not going to completely get rid of that, obviously, but I'm going to be working on speed a lot more, and my endurance at those higher speeds, and form, strength, fitness, things like that. Fitness makes everything better. Originally, at the beginning of 2021, I said I wanted to run 2,021 miles. Arbitrary goal, no real plan behind it, no plan to set out how many miles I was going to run. I just said, I want to kind of run that. Kind of goofy, but I set that. And I ended up with right now, and I still have 10 days left, and I'm at 1,409.6 miles, 266 hours, 165 activities, and set 40 personal records over this year. One of the things I've noticed and where I think I could probably improve in the future, obviously, if I'm on a more set plan. Just running on how I feel and running on, knowing what I need to do for these races. I think in the future, this mileage will obviously go up as I start to formalize my plans. But I'm happy right now. In December, I'm at 75 miles. I'm hoping to probably get to, maybe 125, 130. I'm not sure how many more miles I'm going to get done this month. I've been trying to obviously work a little bit more on speed and a little bit more, tempo runs and steady state runs and intervals and things like that. Which I've noticed I've gotten a lot more sore. It was amazing how sore my lower abdominal muscles were after doing these runs. Just how much I wasn't engaging that part by lifting my knees up higher. Just running harder and lifting my knees up is actually it's kind of crazy. I mean, it was really painful the other day. I went out on a run after doing some tempo runs, and the next day I almost felt like I needed to cancel a run, an easy run. I think it was Sunday. It was crazy, and then I just kind of ran and loosened up. Got some work to do there. I definitely got some work to do. So for the last 2 weeks, I think I ran 35 2 weeks ago, I think 32 this past week, and I'm feeling good. The workouts are quality workouts. I'm not running any kind of junk miles, and that's where I'm thinking that bread is going to be buttered. Is more quality workouts. I definitely have been doing my research into kind of running specific cross training. Going to be doing that. I just noticed how weak my abdominal, kind of that pelvic, what do you call it, basket, bucket, whatever you want to call it, has gotten over the years. How tight the ligaments and things have gotten. Sitting at a desk has really done a number. Even though I have a standing desk, sitting a long time. COVID did that as we were working from home a lot, sitting a ton. Even though I'm running, I'm spending majority of my time sitting. So I need to fix that. Working on standing a lot more in 22. So with racing, this past year I did seven ultras. It's an amazing number to me. Year before I did 5 when everything was canceled. Still got some in. I'm questioning how many I'm going to be doing in 2022. While more seems like more fun, obviously, I don't know if it's the best from a training standpoint. That was part of the issue this year with the mileage. Is I had so many races, I was either kind of tapering or recovering a lot, which limited my amount of miles. I never took that into account. And now I'm going to be trying to plot out my races through the year. Pick which races are going to be my A races, B races, C races, things like that. It's got to be purpose for the race. They're going to be fun. Always going to be fun. I love racing. And then kind of overlay my year plan, kind of where I'm going to be, what blocks I'm going to be trying, what areas I'm going to be trying to train, whether it be endurance, speed, things like that. And then kind of work things specifically as I go through there. If I have build-up races, obviously I have the Icy 8 in February, which is going to be kind of a kickoff race for the year. I ran that pretty quickly last year, and I'm going to be trying to hit 40 miles in 8 hours, a trail race, and we'll see if we can do that. See what we can do with the increased speed and a lot more endurance this year than I had last year, and then going into the 24-hour race, and then kind of training hard this summer, and then that will bring me up near September, where I hopefully will be having the Yeti 100. If I get in, if I don't know what's going to go on. Maybe I'll apply for the C&O 100, which is near the JFK 50. I just can't imagine running on the C&O Canal for 100 miles. I can't even. I don't even want to think about it now because I run 26.4 miles on the JFK, and I want to say miserable because that makes it sound bad, but it's definitely mentally taxing running on flat ground for that long. So I'm going to kind of plan that out and make the 100 my A race. I'm going to be training for that, but I'm not going to be training obviously on a training plan for the next 9 months. I'm going to be kind of aiming towards maybe a 16-week plan, 12-week plan out from the 100, just getting a lot of volume and endurance and working on speed. So one of the thought processes around the training and this certification I got was really around less specific training towards the beginning of the year or before you start your plan or at the beginning of the plan, and then getting more specific as you get closer. So more speed, more doing all the things that aren't really related to the race, strength training and all that stuff at the beginning, and then kind of as you get towards the race, working on more endurance and race specific type training. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And yeah, I hope you guys are going to enjoy this year. I think it's going to be different. I'm going to be a lot more structured, which is very hard for me, especially if you've watched this channel. I have a very hectic, busy life, and I think that's what's always kind of driven me towards this lack of structure, because structure really, when I start to prioritize my life, becomes very difficult with running, because I miss workouts, and everything just kind of falls apart. I'm going to really try this year to stick to getting these workouts in. I've gotten a lot better in not thinking more is always better. I used to think volume was everything, and now from what I'm reading in the science, it's not. Volume isn't everything. It is very important. It is very important, but I've spent 2 years now building a base. I have a very good aerobic base, but that has come at a cost of other areas that I need to work on. So that's what I'm going to be working on there, that balance, kind of finding that sweet spot, and really training specifically for races and having fun, and taking you all along with me. And what is coaching going to mean? I don't know. I don't know where the coaching certification is going to come into play. It's obviously going to make me I think, better content creator, a more informed and smarter content creator with what I say, what I do, what I suggest, and help. I think eventually I will want to get into more coaching, but I don't want to take on too much too soon, just because it's a lot being a dad, having a full-time job, having a YouTube channel. What form I do this in, I could add another tier to the subscriptions to this channel and have kind of an online kind of informal, formal, whatever you want to call it, online coaching type thing, where if you're part of that, you can then email me specific questions, and I can give you plans, and we can have online talks and things like that, member hangouts, where we all sit and chat together. That's kind of where I'm thinking it's going to go right now, until eventually I can build out anything else. But right now, it's just about trying to share with you what I'm learning, what I've learned, what I know from my experience in all these years of doing this. I'm having fun. I really am having fun. So thank you all so much. I've rambled a lot. It's early in the morning, and I just want to get on here and talk with you all and give an update. Week 50, ultramarathon training in the books. Week 51 right now. We only got one more week, and then we're into 2022. Kind of crazy. Crazy. Thank you all for following along. If you want to check out the first year, that comeback year, I'll leave the playlist right there. It's crazy. It's crazy to think about how it's been 2 years since that. But those of you who know. And those of you who do not, click there and see where I was 2 years ago. Thanks for watching. Take care.